Hello everyone, this is Steven from the Even Steven channel, and today we're going to talk about we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to start with these guns, but what we're really talking about is the Blackhawk Omnivore holster. Now I got a Glock 19, which is empty, and I got a SIG P250, which is also empty. And you know, you could have dedicated holsters for each gun. There's nothing wrong with that. If you have only one or two guns, and especially if they're of the same family, you can do something like this. This is just a Blackhawk level 1 Glock 19 holster. And I'll slide in and out of here real easy if I hadn't put this part on. But let's say you have a bunch of different guns and you're shooting outdoors, you're shooting with the holster. Well, that made some noise. You're shooting with the holster and you want to run a few different guns. Well, then you need a bunch of different holsters, and that could be a pain. Or maybe an option is the Blackhawk Omnivore holster, which is not in the box, but Blackhawk Omnivore holster, and I have a left-handed one. Is this it? I have a right-handed one, and I happen to have a left-handed one as well, only because that was something I wanted to play around with, do a little more left-handed shooting. And it's nice if you're going to do some left-handed shooting, use a left-handed holster. So it happens to be I actually have both. I have a, trying to get them not confused. I think this is the left-handed. Yeah, this is going to be left-handed. And this is going to be right-handed. So let's take a look at the box first, real quick. This is the box for the left-handed version. And this is the non-light-bearing multi-fit holster. You can get this left-handed or right-handed. You can also get it that it will grab onto a TLR1, or it was a Surefire X300. So you have 6 different versions: left, right, non-light-bearing, X300, and TLR1. This happens to be the left-handed, non-light-bearing one. Open the box up, and there isn't a whole lot of stuff in there, but we want to know. You can run this one of two ways. You can run it with a paddle holster or with like a belt loop holster. You have the belt loop, and the holster will attach to either one. It comes with both. And this is simply to allow you to adjust the position and the length of the belt you're going to put in there. Let's see, I think it wraps around like this. And you close it like that. And now you can move it up and down too. And that allows you to adjust both the position and the width of the holster, of the belt you're putting through the holster. I dropped it. Comes with a few different sizes of thumb pad. I think the largest one is the best one. It looks a little big and ridiculous, but I think that is the best way to go. You want to be longer, not shorter. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot in the box other than this kind of attachment, this rail system. And what this does is you put it onto your pistol, and assuming your pistol has an accessory rail, the Blackhawk Omnivore holster will basically grab onto it. It'll grab on, I think, basically here, onto this notch right here, and it'll hold it. And as long as your gun can take this, it'll basically fit in the holster. There's a little notch here. It can go either way. I think it can go this way or it can go this way. So you can move it up and down. If you have multiple positions, you can move it up and down a little bit, flip it around, up and down a little bit, and try to get it in the spot that best suits your gun. Let's see, which way we go. This is the left. It's the right-handed version. Okay, right-handed version. So they try to make it big and capacious to fit as many different guns as possible. Like I said, you can put on here, you can put on either the belt loop or the paddle. I tend to like paddles because I know some people like to have pre-set up belts that will have an inner layer belt and an outer layer belt, and they'll be Velcro. I tend to just have a belt, and I just kind of put the paddle on the belt. I keep my pistol set up very simple, and this will allow you to adjust the length of the width of the belt as well. Go up and down a little bit and make it a little bit smaller, and you can put a little bit of cant to it. And it's pretty simple. The idea is you can slide it in there. Now see, it's not a perfect fit. It might be easier to come in from top a little bit. Have I gotten this backwards? Oh my god, I did. I got it backwards. That's the right-handed holster. I apologize. I can't believe I got that backwards. So, and as you're drawing, you're kind of pushing down and deactivating this button here. So you tend to bounce a little bit, and come out. Now, because you have the rail on this gun and on this gun, go right in. That one actually went a little bit better. This one is a little bit further out than the other one, so it's a little bit easier to get. Yeah, I feel like this gun, it feels just a little bit deeper into the holster. So it's not going to fit every gun perfectly, but it's going to fit a wide variety of guns very well. And going left-handed. And sometimes you got to be a little careful with the angle you're going in, so I went just a tad bit like this. If you go like that, it's starting to hang up on the trigger guard a little bit. So you might have to practice a little bit, make sure you get it on the right angle. I'm going in more straight. That's fine. A little more of a cant. That's fine. Too much cant this way, it'll get stuck. And I'll try to show this as best I can on camera, but see, right there, that little piece is moving. That's what grabs on to this section on this rail attachment, and that's all it is. I think it's a pretty cool option. How should I put this on the table? Is it the most high drag, high speed, durable SEAL Team 6 tactical elite system? No. I think it's pretty cool. I think for someone who shoots a wide variety of guns, or maybe has a bunch of different guns, or is doing something where they'd be expected to use multiple handguns for whatever reason, maybe doing a class, maybe doing something else, this would be great. Like if you're an instructor, that'd be great too. But if you were just like, hey, all I have is a Glock 19, that's all I have, then you're probably better off with a dedicated Glock 19 holster. But if you're like me and you like to have a few different guns and you like to switch them out a little, every once in a while, something like this is pretty good. Now, it's not going to beat a dedicated model-specific holster, but like I said, this thing costs like $60. And for $60, you get the ability to use a wide variety of holsters, and it'll fit the guns pretty well. Not perfectly, but pretty well. Blackhawk will also sell these things separately. I forgot how much it was. It's like $10 or $15 for like 3. So you can get a bunch of them, depending on all your different guns. And you can get 1 or 2 of these holsters, and you can put your guns in all the holsters. Now, is there any negative? It seems like a pretty durable gun. I mean, you know, it's not the most sturdy plastic ever invented, but it seems pretty good. Some people think that it's possible to get stuff stuck in here. I think that's more of a problem with the Serpa holsters than this particular one. This seems pretty closed off. I don't think you can get much in here. Besides the fact it's not going to be a perfect fit for every single gun, I really don't see much downside here. I think I mentioned before, you can get different size pads. You know, I use the largest one just because it seems like the largest one just makes it easier to actuate. You know, bigger is better. The smaller it gets, the more you have to go further down to reach, and I think just having it further out is an advantage. So I guess that'll do it. This is definitely a recommended product by me, you know, for what that's worth. I think the Blackhawk Omnivore holster is something that's good to keep in the inventory. It might not be the only holster you have, but as a holster that could flex into a lot of different roles, that could take a lot of different holsters, I think it's really invaluable. Otherwise, you're going to have to buy a whole bunch of specific holsters for each gun that you own. Maybe that's what you want. So anyway, this is Steven from the Even Steven channel with my little, I guess, review or overview or walkthrough of the Blackhawk Omnivore holster. I will see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.